So there I was, sat on the bench, having a nice sit in the sunshine, with a glass of wine, admiring the garden, and we've got a visitor. First one this year. I will see if I can zoom in, but it's almost in... Oh, alright then. Now it's landed on my shirt. Now it's landed on the fence. Now I might be able to zoom in because I can see what I'm doing. This is a red admiral, frequent visitor to the garden at the right time of year. I presume I'm focused on it. I can only guess. Common butterfly, garden, woodlands, lane sides, even open meadows at times, but nonetheless, doesn't matter whether a butterfly is common or not, it can still be very attractive. This is relatively newly emerged. You probably won't, the camera probably won't pick it up, but if you look alongside the body and on the body, there is a bronzy tinge. These are tiny little hairs basically, and now where's it gone? Oh, it's come back over here now. Oh, and it's got a friend. So we've got two at the same time. It's that time of year. They're getting about. Trouble is, when the sun's out, they're flighty. As you can see, they come and go. But this is the place to sit. Obviously this is a perpetual wallflower. Wallflowers normally are annuals, and you know, you plant them late in the year and then they bloom in the spring and then you pull them up and throw them away. But this is a perpetual one, so it continues to grow, and yeah, it's pulling in the visitors. Oh, for goodness sake, land and settle, will you? There's nothing else in the garden, you just well put up with this. There we go. So, it's becoming butterfly season. So far this year I've had holly blues, but they are very flighty and quite small. Chances of getting the camera near one of them is pretty slim. I've had a few of these whites. They're endearingly known as cabbage whites, but strictly speaking that's not true. They're a family, and one of the earliest butterflies that we see in this country is an orange tip, which is a white, and it has bright orange tangerine tips, or the male does, the female doesn't. And then there's three standard whites, as I call them: a large white, a small white, and a green-veined white. Green-veined identified by the fact that the underside is covered in green veins. It's a gorgeous little butterfly. And then there's a woodland white, which is called the wood white. I've never seen one of those. They are quite limited in where you find them. And then there's the primrosy yellow one, again an early spring butterfly that has 2 or 3 broods, so you can see it any time of year, and it's brimstone, the brimstone, and that is a nice yellow colour. And then we get some visitors that I believe are in the same family, like the clouded yellow. Unlikely to ever get one in the garden, but nonetheless. So 5 whites are possible in this garden: large, small and green veined, orange tip and brimstone. So far this year I've had brimstone, large white and small white. No orange tips this year, even though I did get them last year. As far as the blues are concerned, holly blues come and go all year round. They're common visitors, but as I said, they're very flighty. They tend to land on the top of something. You can't get at them and film them. And then there will be common blues visit as well, so 2 types of blues. And then in the same family as the red admiral that we've just seen, there are small tortoise shells. I've had one of those in the garden this year so far. Painted ladies are just about surviving our winters now with climate change, but they are a migrant, and on some years they're they're like weeds. They're everywhere, and other years they're very scarce. What else have we got in that family? We've got red admiral, small tortoiseshell, and painted lady are the common ones. There's a large tortoiseshell, which is incredibly rare in this country. This would be classed as its northern extreme limits, but there are a few tiny little colonies around. What else have I had in the garden? I've had a speckled wood in the garden, which was sat on a leaf in a lovely view while Hannah was here, but the camera was indoors, as is often the case. This is an odd opportunity on the grounds that that red admiral came and landed on this purple bloom, and I thought, when it flew off, I thought, I bet that'll be back in a minute. So I went indoors and got the camera, and hey presto, it was. So we do get a variety of butterflies, but it is a limited variety. I often anticipate a rare visitor now and again, but so far no. There's nothing rare has come in the garden so far. But there we go. That was 2 different butterflies on the plant, sat right next to me, and I didn't even have to move. See you next time. Thanks for dropping by. And just as I went to go indoors, it came back. See if I can zoom in. Can't really see what I'm doing on this camera in the sunlight. There we go. Oh God. If it moves, I've got no guarantee I can find it again. I think that was it. Yes. It's decided to disappear now, so I'm off back indoors. I've got things to do.